you fade away.
Hey, what a magic it is! Is this delusional? What the world is erased. There are no other thoughts in those two hearts in anticipation of escaping. Their both hearts became one. As their journey became one, their both world became one. Two lovely birds flying in the air like one, their destination will be decided by the time and fate. You read those lines of your new book, which you are going to publish soon, and close the system. It was your first book about two lovebirds, which was. Uh, I hope I can meet my expectations at the end of this book. You said out while stretching your hands, leaning on your back on the couch as you sat in one position for more than hours. Oh no, Jungkook will arrive soon. I have to prepare dinner for us. You quickly jumped out from the couch after seeing the time in your wristwatch and went downstairs from the rooftop of your guest house. You came downstairs and tied your free hair to ponytail and started preparing food by breaking eggs to make half boil as it was one of his favorites. Finally, you prepare the food which you planned and arrange the dishes on the table before he comes. Oof. You sat on one of the tables and exhaled a sharp breath. You felt a little bit tired while waiting for Jungkook. You leaned your head on the arm which was rested on the table. Slowly, you started remembering not so called good memories of your married life. It was your marriage day. You were waiting for Jungkook to come in so that you can talk with him. But soon he came. You were surprised by his words and actions. Jungkook, where are you going? You asked as he was packing few of his clothes from the closet. I'm shifting to another room. Just because we are married doesn't mean we should live in the same room, right? So, he said coldly and was leaving from there. Then he stopped near the door and looked at you. Now take rest. You must be tired. Good night, he said and left the room, leaving you in confusion. Also, you were not aware what he was talking about. What does he mean? We should not live in the same room, but married couples live in the same room, right? While thinking, tears started forming in your eyes as you understood he was neither interested in this marriage nor in you. You couldn't take that your life turning to colorless as a woman who dreamed about the colorful life after the marriage. But now you understand it was not only be going to colorless, also becomes meaningless marriage. Your marriage was an arranged marriage did by your parents. As both families were in business fields, they met at a business party which the relationship led the way to this marriage. You are a simple, kind-hearted and understandable girl, where Jungkook was a cold and business-minded because he always thinks about work. But it was from outside, but his inner self was so calm and soft, which many people didn't know about it. Next morning, you woke up and came downstairs after finishing your morning routine. Then you went to the kitchen to prepare breakfast, thinking Jungkook would leave to office early. Even though he seemed not interested in this marriage, you thought of giving a chance to marriage and some time to know about you to Jungkook because you were in deeply love with him. It was an unconditional too, that's why you let him be like him instead of demanding love from him. You felt courage and waiting for his love. You prepared breakfast and was waiting for him near the dining table. Even though you were from a big business family, you learned how to cook, how to manage household chores just for Jungkook. You always dream of living a normal housewife along with working on your passion because you have had enough of living a princess life. Now you want to live for your love just like one character in the book you read which really impressed and changed you a lot. Jungkook breakfast. You called him and asked as he was hurriedly going out without even looking at you. No, Ryan, I'm not hungry, he said and left the house not even greeting you, which ever really hurt you. You looked at the dishes you prepared and felt bad as you prepared them with lots of love because only you knew the hard work you had put to learn cooking for him. Even though you were born with a golden spoon, you learned everything from him. Like these days were passing, Jungkook was not even considering talking with you just for a while, but you were waiting without losing hope on him because you knew the minute you separated from him, it would be the end of your life. Only heart know how deeply you were connected to him. Only your eyes know how many tears you dropped, and only your pillows know how many times you went near them for shedding tears. Despite all, Jungkook doesn't know anything about you except basic details. One fine day you came to Jungkook's room at night. Jungkook. He turned at you when he heard your voice from near the door entrance. Yes, Ryan, come in. You took slow steps and came inside, pressing your hands against each other as you were nervous to ask something which would be unusual for him. It was your thought, though. Jungkook, can I sleep here? He looked at you, joining his brows as he was surprised. Why? He asked in a cold tone. Actually, I'm scared to sleep alone. All these days, I tried to get rid of my fears, but I couldn't sleep peacefully, getting scary nightmares, so shall I? He looked at you before speaking. You didn't get this courage to ask at a time. After seeing him showing his concern or care towards you when you fell sick and injured your hand, you thought of this. As an understanding wife, you understood his care and affection, so you thought of finding the reason behind his behavior and came here to live close with him even for at least night. I'm sorry, I didn't know about your suffering all these days. Please, you sleep here, he said and laid on one side of the bed where a little happiness greeted your heart. Thank you. A small smile formed on your lips where your face brightened, which was noticed by Jungkook. You laid on the bed silently, facing Jungkook, where he also turned at you in his sleep. Jungkook, first time I'm watching you this much closely, but just seeing you butterflies flying in my stomach. Maybe this is called love because love gives you happiness, unexplainable feelings. Also, it has pain, which I'm suffering now. Whenever I see you, your angelic face sends butterflies into my stomach. Whenever you come close to me to take care of me when I am sick, I can't explain how beautiful pleasure I feel. And now, when you're always away from me and don't talk much and act cold, gives me pain. A tear dropped from your eyes, but you're quick enough to wipe it because you don't want Jungkook to see your tears by any chance. Slowly, you drifted to sleep, thinking about Jungkook. Ryan, am I really hurting you? You know, I agreed to this marriage for my parents, but the way you are taking care of me, your love and affection, making me realize the meaning of love. I hope one day I will be able to express my feelings towards you. He controlled his tears and drifted to sleep after looking at your face for a while. You woke up from sleep as you heard the door opening sound of the guest house in which you stayed in. Till now your mind traveled back to your past. Actually, you and Jungkook came to the guest house which was outdoors as his parents insisted you both to go on a small happy date. But due to some urgent work, Jungkook went to the city and he said he would come early. So you spent time by writing your new book alone in the guest house. Now he came a little bit late. You went near him and helped with his laptop bag and his blazer. Do you want water? As he nodded, you gave him a water. He gulped it and gasping as he was super tired because of long journey from city to outdoor. I have prepared dinner for you. Fresh and come. I will arrange it. As you said, he went to take shower to the room. You also sit. Later Jungkook showered and came to the dining table. He told you to sit with him as he saw you standing. Is your work done? You asked about the work. He went to the city. He hummed as a response which hurted you because whenever you ask anything, he replies only to that word. He would not speak anything more which hurts you a lot. Do you like the food? This time also you got disappointed because you expected he would say at least another word, but no, he didn't. He had the food fastly and was leaving to room. Come early and sleep. Finally he said another sentence and left, but you didn't like it because you expected something different from him. Even after coming on a date, he didn't change. That was hurting you a lot. It's been 6 months since you got married, but still he wasn't ready to change himself for you. Even this trip or date gave you pain and sadness. Later, you twisted the doorknob and went inside. As soon as you came inside, your eyes landed on a sleeping figure who was sleeping without bothering about you. By seeing him, your foot took you near him as they understood how badly you want to go to him. You stood in front of him and was looking at him deeply with a heavy heart as it was carrying so much weight. Jungkook, you called him in a low tone while brushing his hair, your fingers which was touching his forehead. I love you. You kissed on his forehead silently and went to the other side of the bed and laid on it. You thought Jungkook was sleeping, but he was not. He was acting like sleeping to hear you, which you always pour out when he acted like sleeping. But for the first time you kissed him, which moved his heart. He felt an indescribable emotion hit him. You slowly moved to Jungkook and put your one hand on his chest, slowly, just to not disturb his sleep. But you don't know he was awake. Jungkook, till how many days we will be like this? You know how much pain I have been going through? Slowly tears forming in your eyes, making your voice break as your heart feeling emotional. You know how much I love you, but I'm waiting for your love since day one of our marriage. I want to show the love I'm giving to you. I want to experience your love just like you're experiencing mine. He was hearing you silently without opening his eyes as he wanted to hear your feelings. Not only in your eyes, tears forming in his eyes too, but he was controlling them. You know, Jungkook, I'm writing a book named Two Lovebirds. It was a complete and deep love story where both characters experienced love, happiness, pain, and many things. It was our love story which I dreamed of, but nothing was happening in the reality just like my book. Hearing your words, he felt like his heart was clenching because he didn't know you have this much love for him, but he knew you love him. I read many books about love stories and great marriages. Reading them, I thought our love story would be like them. But lately, I realized I flew in a fantasy world where in real life there is no such kind of love. Because of you, my perspective of love is changing. Because of you, I'm feeling like love means pain. I'm feeling there would be no happy endings when only one person ended up loving the other who doesn't show any of his love. tears streaming down your cheeks, wetting his shirt without noticing you. Hearing you, he clenched his fist as he was angry at him for hurting you deeply. I'm tired of waiting for your love, Jungkook, but I don't want to because I still have hope. You will love me the way I do. I just want to hug you like this daily, but I was even required permission to enter your bedroom. Then how can I expect you to hug me? Then you felt arm wrapping around your waist, which made you realize one thing. Jungkook, you didn't sleep? Yes, I didn't sleep. I heard your every word. I'm really sorry, Vine, for hurting you deeply. Your heart started beating fast as you scared now, so you quickly sat straight and was wiping your tears. Jungkook, I was just. Don't hide it, Vine. I heard your every word. I'm feeling shame on me for hurting a person like you who has a pure soul. You just looked at him as if surprised by his words. You know, every time you hug when I'm asleep, I feel like hugging you back. But I was scared because if I start loving you, I will lose you. Jungkook? Yes, Ryan, I agreed to this marriage for my parents, but after seeing your unconditional love, I fell for you. But I was scared because I lost my pet dog when I was a kid. Later, I lost my best friend whom I loved. With those bad incidents, I'm scared to love anyone. I'm scared the people whom I love will leave me. The major thing was that I lost my mother whom I loved more in this life. That's why I'm scared to love you, Ryan. I really don't know that you are carrying this much because of me. He burst out into tears in front of you. Till now, you've never seen him like this. You felt really shocked by his words and his pain he was carrying with him. Jungkook, please don't cry. Listen to me. He slowly attached your forehead to him and cubed his face to calm him down. Jungkook, I didn't know you were going through all this. You should have shared with me. Jungkook, it was happened because it was written in your fate. But that doesn't mean you should stop loving. We don't know when, why, and what will happen. If it's written something on our fate, it would be happen for sure. But for that, we should not case ourselves. Please don't scare to love me. I will never leave you till my real end comes, which we don't know. Promise me we will overcome this fear. I want to feel your love, Jungkook. You were wiping his tears with your thumb fingers while biting your lower lip to control your tears. He nodded for your words and pulled you into his embrace and hugged you tightly. I'm sorry, Ryan. Please forgive me. Please. And thank you so much for coming into my life. I will be grateful to you for loving me this much. I love you, Ryan. You're just hearing his words. Resting your head on his chest where you heard his heartbeat was clearly. I love you too. He kissed your hair and keeping you in his arms securely to not leave you as he was scared still you would leave him. His fear was clearly visible on his face. But you have a trust. One day he will ease his fear. For now, you are enjoying your first hug and his feelings. Thanks for watching.